For me, a large part of festivals and celebrations is good food and everybody coming together to feast. Now, of course, every feast has to have a stunning showstopper dessert, and for Holi, I have a Rasmalai cake in mind. It's going to have all the flavors that we love, like saffron, cardamom, pistachios. So let's quickly get started. In a small bowl here, I have some warm milk. Now into this, I'm going to add a few strands of saffron, some cardamom powder, and give this a gentle mix so that all the flavors of Rasmalai can infuse into our milk, and then we're going to set this aside. Alright, so the infused milk is ready. If you want to enhance the color, you could add in a couple of drops of yellow food color. Now in a separate bowl, I have some homemade dahi. Into this, I'm going to add some baking soda and give this a good mix. This is what is going to make our cake super light and fluffy. So this looks good. The yogurt has become bubbly and foamy, which is exactly what we are looking for. I'm going to set this aside, and then in a separate bowl, I'm going to start combining some superfine sugar with vegetable oil. This looks good. Now into this, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of KEWRA extract. In case you don't have that, you could also use vanilla. This looks good. Now into this, I'm going to add the baking soda and yogurt mixture that we had set aside earlier, along with the infused milk. So the wet ingredients are ready, but before I finish my batter, let me preheat my oven. I'm using the Morphy DigiChef, which has a digital interface and makes all the features accessible. It has an auto-cook menu with 59 recipes, and all you need to do is to click on the dish that you're cooking and let the oven do its job. To preheat my oven, I'll press the Start-Stop button, and since we are making an eggless cake, I'll choose that option from the interface and press Start again. The oven will automatically start preheating at 180 degrees Celsius for 8 minutes. Now while the oven is preheating, let's continue making the batter. I'm going to sift in MAIDA, which is all-purpose flour, along with some baking powder. Now using my spatula, I'm going to give everything a good mix only until I don't see any large flour pockets in my batter. Now if you feel that your batter still has a few lumps, you could use a whisk to give it one final mix. So my Rasmalai cake batter is ready. I am now going to equally divide this between two 6-inch pans, which I've greased with vegetable oil and lined with parchment paper. And now this goes into my preheated Morphy DigiChef for about 35 minutes. Alright, so my cakes have baked completely. I'm going to let them cool and then divide each layer into half, which basically would give me 4 layers in total. Meanwhile, let's get the work started on our Rasmalai whipped cream frosting. For that, I have about 4 cups of whipped cream here that I've whipped to stiff peaks. Into this, I'm going to add a few tablespoons of the liquid from Rasmalai and fold it in. Into this, I'm also going to fold in a couple of drops of yellow food color. To assemble my cake, I'm going to place each layer of the cooled cake on my cake stand. Onto this, let's drizzle some liquid from the Rasmalai, which would add a lot of flavor to the cake. And now a generous layer of the whipped cream frosting. I'm also adding some chopped pistachios between each layer. I had way too much fun making this Rasmalai cake, and I'm sure everybody at home is going to enjoy eating it as well. I hope you guys will try this recipe at home and have a great Holi celebration. I'll see you guys next week with another recipe. Until then, happy baking and take care.